Hi everybody, welcome to this week's video. I am dispatching this week from Seattle. Came back a week ago. It's been a very strange experience somehow. I definitely feel like I'm in a twilight zone where I'm sort of living in both places at the same time, which is, I guess, the reality. But it's one of those where you drive down the road and you think, wait, where am I? Where am I? Am I in Seattle? Am I in France? It's just sort of the two images are now layered upon themselves in my mind. So anyway, so it's been a bit of a rough, bumpy transition, but I guess I'm getting back into the Seattle groove. And had a lovely Thanksgiving. I hope you guys did too. Bruce has, before he left a while ago, he recorded a piece about the thing that he most gets comments about, which is the use of cement in installing some of the wood beams for the floor in the cottage. And I realized that there are other YouTube channels out there who are sort of touting different ideas about doing that. Bruce wanted to comment on that and kind of explain the reasoning behind it. So I think if you were probably to look more closely at some of the YouTube videos, the other channels, I think where you run into problems using cement along with the lime is when it's just simply being used in place of lime. It's a little different story when you're securing wood into the limestone. And it's particularly also tricky when you're securing a beam into a cliff wall that is pretty porous and quite damp. So extra special attention needs to be made to accommodate for the particular dampness of the area that we're in. I've also had a lot of comments about the cliff face and where does all the water come from and whatnot. So the cliff itself is sort of like a huge big sponge. So any water that is draining from the plateau above the cliff, it kind of seeps down through the cliff. So the cliff just acts as a big, huge filter, essentially. And so all along the cliff face is essentially a spring. Yeah, it's a source. So we kind of have to make accommodations for that, which, obviously was done over 100 years ago. And it's kind of like the Bali system of the rice paddies, right? Like the water comes down, it lands in a paddy, and then once it overflows, it goes to the next one, and the next one, and the next one down the hill, so to speak. And it's exactly the same system. So as the water comes down from the cliff and through the cliff, the water is being siphoned into these series of pools. The problem is the pools don't hold water anymore. So as a result, the system doesn't really work very well. And so the water just kind of seeps into the groundwater, which is not ideal. And it makes things extra wet where we don't want extra wet. So I think if we can get all of the system working properly, especially with the pools, that the problems with dampness will start to go away a little bit. They'll always be there because of the nature of the beast. But anyway, so I just wanted to clarify those couple of things. And, that's it. So enjoy this week's video. A little bit of Turkey, a little tour of the Firehouse once I got back, just sort of seeing it again. Olivia's made her mark. She's made it very tidy. And yeah, so enjoy this week's video, and we'll see you next week.
Hey guys. So I'm going to respond a little bit to the concern about use of concrete. The reason I'm showing you this picture here, this is the end of the original hardwood beam that was holding up the second floor. And this is the end that was originally inserted into the rock wall, the limestone rock wall of the cave. And as you can see, it is completely rotted out. And the reason for that is that it was packed in the lime mortar, and the rock wall always has a little bit of moisture coming down through it. Not a terrible amount, but enough that the lime mortar, which can take up the moisture fairly easily, and that's why we use it on the outside of the wall and the inside, frankly, so they can absorb and dissipate moisture as it comes and goes with the change in season. So that hard chestnut log, that beam, that rotted out completely. So the reason that I've set both ends of the new beam in concrete is that the concrete will actually protect it from that moisture. I enlarged the both pockets so the beam end is completely cased in concrete. Kind of in the same way that you would do, say you're putting in a huge fence post. Well, you're going to set that in concrete, not only because of its rigidity, but it protects the wood from moisture. Think of, every dam that's been built in the last 100 years has been in concrete. Now, the reason we packed the edges with concrete and framed the floor in this way is to create as rigid as possible a platform for the cottage itself to maintain its shape and stability. Now here we have this lintel, or this window. This was poured in concrete by a previous contractor, and so we continued that practice here with the steel beam, because that's the way you work with steel. And the steel will not respond well to the lime plaster. The lime will tend to eat it out, etch it away. So once again, that's part of one of the elements of the rigid platform that I created here, and same with the new beam over the back door. So the use of concrete here is twofold. One, to protect the main beam ends from moisture infiltration, and the second is to create a rigid platform that will stabilize the structure. Let me remind you why. If you recall, on the outside, we have these major cracks that indicate some shifting in the wall itself. Now, this is all going to be addressed by the contractor that's going to repoint this entire outside wall, but it requires a stable point from which to start, and that's what I've created. And the concrete elements that I've included are integral to that, and that's why I use them. So we don't have this. There it is. Thanks for your comments. Bye for now. Okay, so yesterday, this was my main project. Get the stairs in to the second floor, or the premier etage if you are doing the continental thing. So what you may notice, I don't know if you can see it at this from here, but the stairs are on an angle. And that's in order to maximize the distance between the corner of the entry at the door, and the corner of the first step. What I wanted to achieve there was 4 feet, and we got just a shade more. So that's like a generous opening. That brings you into the main room, and along this wall from the entry around will be the kitchen cabinets. And let me just lay this out, and you'll see this is the patented pallet method. And this, yeah, there we go. That's better. So that is essentially where get the lights out of the camera. So that's essentially where the kitchen island is going to be. So it gives you plenty of room between the wall cabinets and the island. It gives you about 5 feet between the stairs and the island, so you can walk through. Under the stairs, we have room for a generous hot water heater. And we've saved this stone. This was the entry threshold stone of the original cottage, and we're going to use that. We're going to turn that into a bench. We'll put it outside the door so Abby can drink her morning tea there, watch the sunrise, and there we have it. We have a nice large room, your classic great room. So living room, dining room, kitchen, all in one, and it's plenty. Under the stairs here, we now have room. You can see from the stairs to the corner where the wood stove is going to be. You've got lots of room for furnishing, and you can do a nice assembly here. Couch, a couple of chairs, coffee table, and my thought was over here in the window or between the windows, you can do like a nice breakfast sitting area. But I can tell you, people are going to want to sit at the island. Now the pallet is just over 4 feet wide. I would have the stone top overhang both sides, probably 6 to 8 inches, and then this side come out 30 centimeters, about a foot, so you can tuck chairs under or stools and have a nice seating area to chat and prep dinner. There it is. And the stairs, I'm supposed to be talking about the stairs. So the stairs you see where the stringers are, and that I've run them long into the wall with a little gap at the edge. And that's to give the feel of a generous space, because the actual space, which we have to reuse because of the position of the existing stairs, the actual space is only about 70, 80 centimeters up at the top. And I just wanted this wide, generous sweep coming in so that you can walk up and not feel cramped or constrained. And then by the time you get to the top, it kind of makes visual sense. And here we are. You've already seen this. The new premier étage, or second floor. And Abby's just deciding whether she wants to put the bathroom back on this end into the curve, or put it on this end so you can have a separate entrance to the bathroom and bedroom, so that guests don't have to go through the bedroom to get into the bathroom. And you'd have a second entry into the bathroom from the bedroom, which probably makes the most sense. There it is. Onward and up.
Well, it's good to be home, although France really feels like home now. Olivia did some redecorating in here, so she sort of tidied up my desk. She's added curtains to most of the house. She put this she organized all my stuff, and she hung a whole bunch of pictures. These are all drawings that my dad has done of my various houses over the years. This is the Firehouse. This was my house on Vashon Island, which is a small island nearby. This is my dad's Christmas card of the chateau. And this is another house we had in Seattle. This was our house in New Jersey before we moved to Seattle. And before New Jersey, if you can see that one is, that was in Scituate near Boston, where we lived when, I guess around the time Olivia was born, actually. So anyway, I'll show you the rest of the house again. She's done some tidying up of the studio. We had a whole bunch of stuff come back from Carter's. Carter moved back from New York, so all of his stuff is now stacked here. So yeah, here's the studio, and yep. Oh, there's the electric bike. I think the kids were using it this summer, which is kind of cool. And I don't know if I've shown anybody this, but this is a bird bath that I made for my husband. This was a little memorial that I made for him because after he died, I really had no body. So there was sort of no place, we didn't really bury him, and we didn't sprinkle ashes on the lake or anything like that. So I decided to make this bird bath. Unfortunately, I really didn't know what I was doing, and I used a glazed bird bath. So as you can see here, it was really shiny. So of course, all of the tiles have fallen off, and so it's kind of a disaster. But inside, I had him as a butterfly, which you can see here, and butterflies sort of signify transformation. I'm a lemon bird, that's what he called me. He used to call my son Bone Maker because he drank a lot of Ovaltine, so of course then I had to have the moon. And then over here is, he called Olivia Pickle Horse, so I did a green horse. And then this was our dog at the time, Harley. She was a little golden retriever. So anyway, that's now sitting here. Not sure what to do with it. Yeah, it's just become part of the detritus of my studio, I guess. Anyhow, that's where we're at here. And if we go upstairs, we'll kind of see the curtains that she's done. As you probably know by now, I'm kind of curtain adverse. I don't know why. But yeah, they look pretty. I have to say, they do look pretty. And of course, she's decorated for the holidays, little velvet green bows. So yeah, I understand in the summer, because in the summer, this room just gets blazing hot because all the sun pours in. So I think the curtains help that a little bit. So that's it. That is it. So it's good to be home, but very strange to be home as well. I'm definitely struggling a little bit to know what to do with myself, because I don't know. I guess once you have a house that's finished, pretty much, it becomes harder to find things to do for myself. At least that's how I am. So there you go. That's how these things go. Anyhow, that's a little tour of the Firehouse for you. Just trying to fill up a video's worth of content here. All right, a biento. Okay, well, it's a beautiful fall day in Seattle, and I have just turned off all the water from my little sprinkler system, which I think did the trick, actually, amazingly. So, yeah, everything's basically alive, so that's good. And the grass is back to being green again, so that's also good. Anyway, it's definitely winter here, so struggling to know what to do with myself in Seattle here, cleaning up a yard, I guess. Anyhow, that's where we're at. Okay, I made the mistake of buying a Trader Joe's kosher chicken, and I've just spent an hour plucking it. I'm really missing French food right now. It looks like it's been in a battle for its life. So we'll see. We will see how this goes, but that was unexpected. Anyway, wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Okay, here comes the spatchcock.
Spatchcocking the turkey.
The very roughed up turkey. This poor turkey has been through it.
This is my first spatchcocking. Jeez.
Not so easy. Maybe the knife. But let's not wind up in the emergency room. Watch your hand. Oh, God. This is scaring me.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna start on this side.
I think the scissors were the better way to go.
So, the benefits of spatchcocking primarily include...
Okay, shh. Talking so loud.
primarily include flattening out the turkey, and in doing so, you even out the sort of size of the turkey. The thickness is an equal thickness throughout. It cooks the meat more equally, and really just leads to a better cooked turkey through and through. So we're just ripping out the spine here. That's kind of crazy.
They make it look so easy on TikTok.
I know. Oh boy.
Oh,
Look at that.
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how to move forward with it.
Maybe go from the other direction, like come up.
Oh yeah. I guess this is like the hip here.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Oh. There we go. Nina wants part of this.
Yeah, clearly, but that's not going to happen. That's going to become part of the gravy.
Nino, go.
It's very attentive. I was hoping you're going to dump the entire turkey on the floor.
Could happen. There we go. Boom. Yeah! Jeez.
Wait.
There we go.
There you got it.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So there's the spine.
Okay.
And now what we do...
So you have to give it a chiropractic maneuver. Oh, the poor guy.
Turkey goo everywhere.
Wow. Oh gosh. Oh. Goodness, I didn't realize this was so violent.
Get some more leverage on here.
Oh man, I think you've done it, no?
Yeah, I guess that works.
Yeah.
Do we have any, like, string?
Yeah. I do.
String it.
Film and find string at the same time.
Thank you. Oh man. I'm like shaking. I'm so hungover.
Oh dear. Well, maybe tell our audience while you're doing this how the Kraken game was.
The Kraken game was unreal.
Kraken, by the way, is
The Seattle hockey team.
which is relatively new in Seattle. How old is the team? Maybe 2 years now?
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it was fantastic. We were playing San Jose, and we won.
Nice.
Okay. Ta-da!
Ta-da! Nice job. So we'll resalt it since now all the salt that I put on there already is gone.
Yeah.
All right, let's put the backbone in with the neck. Which I have boiling, ready for gravy. Voila. I'm in the process of making granola.
Well, that's gonna be a good sight right there.
Oh yeah, pretty, very gorgeous. Wow. It's the size of a baby. Okay, put the turkey down. Freaking me out.
It is weird. It's like a little naked baby. All right.
All right. So I guess I can't use that now? Like, do I have to put it flat in the pan, or can I kind of...
I think it'll be good to still have like airflow on it.
All right.
But that worked. I mean,
Yeah, I guess so. Looks like he's
it
in the bathtub.
literally looks like a baby. Do we have a head anywhere?
No, let's not go there.
Wait, can we do this?
Oh, God, really? Stop.
Does it look like it?
It does. Oh, my goodness. No, we're not sitting it out. No. Carter.
And then I said to him, what I said was, we were sort of going back and forth, and he was over there, and I was kind of over here, somewhere over there.
Yeah, man. Okay. Okay, we don't need to keep inspecting
then turn
it.
off the camera. I've
Why?
never done this before, so I'm like inspecting it.
Do you want to salt the inside there?
Yeah, we should. Can you get some paper towels? Oh, thanks.
Well, that's how they came off. They're little ones.
You should do a time lapse of us seasoning it.
All right, I'm going to turn off the camera now. A biento, everybody. Okay, everybody, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Turkey Day!
Yay, we did it. We're cleaning up. All right, wishing everybody from our family to yours a happy Thanksgiving.
La